to have beaten United, to have actually also gone on to beat Liverpool, to do a double over both Aston Villa and Newcastle, and to actually come from behind and claw points from Chelsea and the team Arsenal. That means that this gentleman, Keith Andrews, has been doing exceptionally well at the club where Brentford. So Keith Andrews stepped into the shoes when Thomas Frank stepped away to go coach at Tottenham Hotspur. Keith Andrews had been at the club not so long, but he then was the set piece coach. Oh yeah, set pieces have been in conversation, and he is the man who was actually one of the originators when it comes to set pieces for Brentford a couple of seasons now. Going forward, Thomas Frank had been there for 7 years, 7 glorious years, and for a team who had been in League 2 for 15 years, he kept them stable in the EPL. Now, this gentleman, Keith Andrews, who is Irish, steps in and has taken the team that was already good to different heights. They lost a couple of players in the summer, and everybody was going like, pundits were literally writing Brentford off, saying Brentford were literally going to be in that relegation dogfight. But I kid you not, they are just 3 points away from European places. Will they happen for them? Only time will tell, but it looks clean and set to do actually happen. What has he been doing and what has made them special? But before I tell you what he has been doing and what has made them special, get this, it is no fluke that Brentford are actually the 3rd team that played the most long balls in the EPL as at now. Yes, the 3rd team that played the most long balls in the EPL as at now. Now, Brentford are also the first team that played the most, they're actually the first team that played the most long balls and the 3rd team that played the most through balls. Yes, most through balls, 3rd, most long balls, 1st. Now, they are also the 2nd when it comes to interception. 2nd when it comes to interception. And they are also the 5th lowest when it comes to crosses. These statistics that I have laid before you would make sense if you stay with me as we build through. Now, what has been happening at Brentford to cause them to become that team that are actually, playing a lot of through balls, playing a lot of long balls, actually crossing balls fewer, and also intercepting balls more? Let me break it down to you. So, first of all, Brentford are sitting beautifully at position number 7. Yes, and just as it says, 3 points, and they are away from the team Chelsea. Yes, Chelsea need to be looking back as it stands now. So they're sitting beautifully for a team that were expected to have been in the relegation battle, having lost their top scorer and or losing their master tactician and still sitting 7th with an unknown figure at the start of the season or some months ago is something that we need to actually appreciate. Moving forward, let's look at some of the things that he has put into place. What does he like to set his team up in, and how do they play? It's simple. Flexibility is the key word for the man Keith Andrews. He sets up his team in a 4-2-3-1 shape. It sounds very ordinary, it sounds very common, but it is the flexibility in his adaptation to this particular formation that makes it unique. Let's get into it. Now, you get the center backs actually together quite a lot. But how does he create space for his team to exploit? Because that is how his team have been playing. Short passes, draw the defender, let us exploit the running channel, and hence they get a lot of through balls. Yes, so they draw defenders out of position and then have the run in. But how does that happen? We'll build to that. Creating more space for his team, he normally has the center backs going in that direction, and to join the center backs, he's got one of the 2 pivots normally dropping back. It's actually very frequent you find Yarmouk dropping into the right position area of defense to allow the man Kayode bump forward. Now, Kayode bumping forward is actually creating more width to confuse the opponent's defense, not creating more width to actually go and cross the ball. I'll explain much later. Hence, they have the 5th fewest crosses in the EPL till now. So he has his number 10 constantly stationed in between the lines. So you can see the line of the opposing team here, and his number 10 is stationed beautifully in between the lines. He has got one person dropping into this position, allowing Coyote to run forward. Let's move it forward, and this is a game they played against Everton at the Hill Dickinson Stadium. Then again, a similar tactics to allow his laterals bump forward. Now look at the position of Coyote and look at the position of Hickey. He's got Collins, his defender, and he's got one of his pivots, this time Janelt, dropping into the centre-back position, now making it a 3-back sort of, allowing Yarmolenko to become the sole pivot this time round to push forward. Then again, this time, it was Damsgaard who was in this position, allowing Jensen to float onto the other side. One thing that he does so well with his team is not allowing the laterals, the attacking forwards, to go out wide. He normally likes them to tack in. Hence, they are always getting a lot of through balls. Tacking in and as much as possible, keeping their forward man, that is Igor Thiago, constantly he's having company from the man like Shade and then either Damsgaard or even Jansen at times. And also at other times, they've got other players who slot in beautifully into the system. So moving the ball, these are some of the ways they try as much as possible to beat the opponent's press. But it's not always that easy to beat the opponent's press. But to also create more chances, they mix it up from just playing the short, intricate passes, as you always see them do, to actually mixing it and going long. Yes, going long makes it very difficult for the opponent to balance out exactly what they are doing. Listen, teams know target and present target or triggers for other opponents. So what happens? You see your opponent's trigger, a cluster of players forming somewhere, and then that's your trigger to go on and press. But for Brentford, they mix it up so much that the opponent normally gets confused. Against Wolves here, you can see Janelt, who actually now is playing in his rightful position, and Collins shifting defense into that direction, moving the ball over the top. Now, I told you they are the first when it comes to what? Long balls. This is one of such situations. But for this to work, a lot of things in the middle here needs to also work for his team. That's Keith Andrews' team at Brentford. Look at the closeness of Kevin Shade, Luis Porter, and Thiago. These are the forward three. The forward three for the team. Now, look at how close they are, and look at the cluster of Wolves players they've got around them. This gentleman here is keeping his eyes on Thiago. Now, this gentleman here is keeping his eyes on Shade. But Kelvin Shade has moved out of position, has drawn him out of position, and allowing there to automatically be a run-on situation between Igor Thiago and the defender of Wolverhampton Wanderers. Ball goes over the top for Janelt, and then Thiago in a foot race for a defender. He's definitely beaten 99 of them. Why is he beating 99 of them? That is how he's been getting a lot of his goals. And he is the second top scorer in the EPL after Erling Braut Haaland of Manchester City. Oh yeah, that's very interesting, because for a gentleman who is now getting into the English game and understanding it, to be putting up such numbers, it's really also because of the ingenuity of his manager. Now, aside that, normally teams want to pick and pluck them apart when it comes to transitioning or moving the ball from the back. In such a situation, that's where they've got a man like Kelleher. You remember Kelleher? Yes, Kelleher used to be a goalkeeper for Liverpool. After leaving Liverpool, he has actually docked ship at Brentford, and his long kicks have come at premium pricing for Brentford. He offers them that position to actually go long and expect the second balls to bounce off their striker or main target man, and then build on from opposition territory and not necessarily always playing from the back. So in this situation, you can see they're marking all around. So 2 defenders are marking here. 1 man is on Coyote, and then you've got another gentleman on Dean Henderson. You've got another gentleman here also on Damsgaard. What does he do? He chooses to go all the way to who? Igor Thiago. Now, what does Igor Thiago do? He's got 2 options. Allow the ball to bounce off him to either Damsgaard, or allow the ball to bounce off him, soften it for Ouattara, or also play it into Kevin Shade. And all of a sudden, they've beaten the press of Aston Villa in this case by just 1 precise kick from the goalkeeper to the striker. What precision! This looks like modern English football. Former English football, we know, is ball over the top, goes to striker, we fight for it, we look for the second ball, then we look for the goal. But Keith has found a way to revolutionize or make it modern to suit the kind of players that he has. Now, aside all this interesting markup, there's also something that you need to actually also know. He has made it a point that his team always press, but it's not a chaotic press. Chaotic press is the kind of press that you see one player running right, the other player running left, the other player running this way without any coordination. But for Keith Andrews' team, defensive priorities also lie high up there. Normally, he likes to see his team defend in a 4-1-4-1 situation, leaving Igor Thiago up front to begin the press. Igor Thiago even does not begin the press, but makes sure that the entire team is in a mid-press or mid-block situation. Then, what is the trigger for the team? It's either a misplaced pass, a misplaced control, and then that is the trigger for the team to actually pounce on, and all of a sudden you've got 3 players rushing onto you, trying to take the ball away from you. Once they win the ball, it's high-octane counter-attacking football from the side Brentford under Keith Andrews. Now, a lot is happening in the picture here. You can see a sort of very patient build-up, you know, from Sunderland. However, they are waiting for that initial mistake right here in the middle, and all of a sudden you've got Janelt and Yarmouk on the ball, and when this breaks, it leaves on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 versus 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 against 4 already. 5 against 4 already, and Keith Andrews' team are away in that regard. Aside dropping into the shape of a 4-1-4-1, occasionally you have his team drop into a 5-back situation. And when they drop into a 5-back, they have one of the pivots actually coming into the center part or splitting both central defenders. In this case, you see Collins splitting Pinnock and then Van de Beek, allowing Coyote to have an outlook for the attacking player. This then creates a very good mesh in the midfield area for them, still leaving Igor Thiago up front and pressing, and then Damsgaard supporting as well as Kevin Shade supporting. Dean Henderson, it's certainly Yarmouk. Yarmouk has been one of the staples for this team so far in midfield, and occasionally you get him being flanked by Janelt, and also you have got the man Dean Henderson coming in as and when it's required of them. Couple of players have stepped up to the plate and have made a lot of things happen for Keith Andrews in his first term. His first time being the manager of an English Premier League side. The likes of Coyote have been really stupendous with their long throws, allowing there to be that Keith Andrews-ness. That is, yes, he was a set-piece coach, and you are seeing him bring in long throws as a way of trying to pin back the opponent and make something happen. We've seen it against the likes of Chelsea, where they use long throws in both encounters to get goals at this Chelsea team. We've seen it happen with a lot of the teams this season, and they are still making it happen. There are other teams that use corner kicks. There are other teams that are using other forms of set pieces. But for Brentford, it is that long throw that is always working for them. Another player who has also come into his own under the man Keith Andrews as one of their new signings. That is Dango Ouattara. Dango Ouattara used to ply his trade for the team of Bournemouth. However, after, the season, he wanted to leave, and then he just pitched camp at Brentford under a new manager, and he has been explosive thus far. One player also of a very good mention is the man Igor Thiago, who has been in impeccable form, and he is the second highest scorer in the EPL. Guess what? They lost a Brian Mbeumo and have got an Igor Thiago. That is what is working for Brentford. The question now remains, will this gentleman, Keith Andrews, be able to get the team into Europe? What is the next level for the team Brentford? Only time will tell. But I kid you not, this season, in his first season as a full-time manager, he's already beaten champions Liverpool, beaten Manchester United, clawed back points from Chelsea and Arsenal, who are London rivals, and also done the double over Aston Villa and certainly Newcastle. All these teams, except Manchester United, are actually still playing in Europe. So if Europe is where Keith Andrews wants to get to, then he is on the right path. Couple of months ago, no one knew him. Now you know his name. His name is Keith Andrews, and he is manager of Brentford.